Do you live a busy life and don't have hours to waste in the gym trying to grow muscle? What if I told you that from just two 30-minute sessions a week, you will be able to grow muscle? Welcome to the RMH Project. My name is Ryan. I am an ex-NRL player, online coach, and natural bodybuilder. And this channel is all about finding the most efficient way to help you lose fat and build muscle. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about a study which looked at this exact thing. They had resistance trained individuals do two 30-minute sessions per week, and they were able to build muscle and build strength, which is pretty incredible. So in the study, they had 42 resistance trained men and women. They did an 8-week study, and they did single set training. So what they did is they had an exercise for each of the major muscle groups. So they had 8 exercises in total, and they only did 1 set per exercise. So literally only 8 sets per session, so 16 sets across the week. And it wasn't 16 sets per muscle group. It was literally just 16 sets across all muscle groups. So only 2 sets per muscle group, which is pretty incredible that they're able to build muscle even in resistance trained individuals. So they had 2 groups. They had a failure group, which took it to literally till they couldn't do another rep. And then they also had a reps in reserve. So they stopped a couple of reps shy of failure. Obviously the objective of this was to see if they could build muscle and build strength at this low volume. And obviously, spoiler alert, they were able to do both. So even doing single set twice per week, they were able to build muscle. And even the failure group and the reps in reserve group seen similar muscle growth. So even leaving a couple of reps in reserve, they still seen similar muscle growth than the people that were training to failure, which is awesome, especially for beginners who don't quite feel comfortable taking their training completely to failure, or people just don't like training like an absolute psycho. You can still leave a few reps in reserve and get decent muscle growth, even from such little volume. So I think that the real positive from this study is how much it lowers the barrier of entry to exercise and resistance training. A lot of the time as an online coach, I get a lot of onboarding consultations or just consultation in general about people inquiring how much training they have to do to be able to build muscle, and they think they need to do 5-6 days a week to get the physique that they want. But when we have studies like this showing that you can build muscle from literally just 2 sessions, 30 minutes in length per week, it really starts to lower that barrier to entry, and it's encouraging for a lot of people who are looking to start their fitness journey and think that they have to do 5-6 days a week to get there, when realistically they can start at 2 days a week and still see results. So really lowers the barrier for entry to that, and even further that you don't have to do failure training. So it's not as if that 1 set has to be a crazy drop set and you have to take it psychotic to failure like you see in the gym from time to time. You can literally leave a couple of reps in reserve and still see fantastic muscle growth. So super beginner friendly, and a lot of positives to come from this study, especially for people looking to get started in their resistance training journey. Now, what is the takeaway from this? Do I think it is the most optimal way to build muscle? Well, no. Okay, I train 6 days a week because I'm trying to be the best natural bodybuilder that I can be. However, doing 2 sets, still going to grow muscle. And we have other studies showing that the first 4 to 6 sets is where we grow the most amount of muscle. And then after sort of that 6th set is when we start to see diminishing returns. Okay, so set 1, you see the muscle growth, fantastic. Set 2, similar amount of muscle growth. Set 3, set 4. But as you start to get higher up, your muscle growth, so for each set, your muscle growth starts to diminish, okay? So I know even for myself, when I'm doing 8 set, 9 set, 10 set, that I'm not getting much muscle growth, but I'm willing to make that trade-off for the time that I spend in the gym, just to eke out that extra little bit because I'm trying to be the best natural bodybuilder I can be. I know that I could probably do 4 days a week and get 90% of the results that I'm getting. But as I said, I'm willing to make that trade-off. And I just want to share this with people to make sure that they understand that they can do, even if they wanted to do a little bit more than this, even if they wanted to do 3 sets instead of the 1 set. So to push that workout from 30 minutes to 45 minutes, or even maybe do 3 days a week, you're going to get a huge amount of growth. You're going to get 80% probably of your growth, because we start to see diminishing returns after that from the sets that we accumulate after it. We start to see diminishing returns. So you're going to get majority of a muscle growth, if not 80% of your muscle growth, from just doing a great session 3 days a week. So as I said, lowers the barrier for entry. If you think that you need to do 5-6 sessions a week to be able to see an impressive physique, you really don't need to do that. And if you're short on time, obviously 2 to 3 sessions a week is practical, and it's science backed now. There's a lot of evidence to support, as I spoke about just before, that you can do 4-6 sets and you're going to build majority of the muscle that you'll ever build, even if you did 20-30 sets. So very, very encouraging. However, one caveat that I would make for this is that I know that they said there wasn't a significant amount of muscle growth between the failure training and the reps in reserve, but there was a slight trend towards failure, even though it wasn't statistically significant. But if we look at some other studies, so there's a study done not too long ago where they had people leave 7 reps in reserve. Now, they seen the same amount of muscle growth as the people who took their sets to failure, but they had to do double the amount of sets. So therefore, you'd have to look at the relationship between volume and intensity. So the more volume that you do, the less intensity is required to get good muscle growth. But seeing as though that we're looking to be as efficient as possible and spend the least amount of time in the gym, therefore volume is going to have to decrease. So potentially intensity will have to increase. Okay, so if volume decreases, then we'll have to increase intensity. Okay, so if it was me, I would be going closer to failure. Okay, even taking some sets to failure to make sure that we're maximizing each set that we're spending in the gym. So although it did say 2 reps in reserve, I would be erring on the side of taking it closer to failure. Obviously, if you're a beginner, you don't need to worry about that so much because resistance training is such a new stimulus for you. Just looking at weights, you're going to be able to grow muscle, so which is a fantastic thing. But if you are along your resistance training journey a little bit, I would suggest going closer to failure. Okay, now also for beginners, if you're just looking to get started, obviously you can do your 2 sessions per week, 30 minutes in length, just focus on progressive overload, increasing that intensity over time. Also, a lot of the times too, when people start to see the results and start to enjoy the process, they generally want to do more of it. Okay, like as I said, a lot of people think they need to do 5-6 sessions. So if they can't do that, they don't even bother. Whereas realistically, you should just jump in at this 2 sessions per week, 30 minutes, 1 set, leave your 2 reps in reserve. After you start to see results, after you start to enjoy the process, then you can add a little bit more. Maybe you add an extra set, or maybe you add an extra day. You know what I mean? So progressing from there, just find that minimum barrier to entry that you can do, even if it's home workouts, push-ups, doing some dips in the backyard, some chin-ups in the backyard, or whatever the case may be, finding that lower barrier to entry as you start to see results, which you will see results from literally just doing 1 set if it's with a decent intensity, then you'll start to fall in love with the process, and then you'll potentially want to add more. I've seen it so much through my coaching is people will generally start to see results, start to fall in love with the process, and then they just add more in. So as always, guys, hope this has been informative. Hope this has been helpful. I really like to encourage people that they don't need to be doing everything. They don't need to be perfect. Consistency is the most important thing. Don't worry about going from 0 days a week to doing 5-6 days a week. Just jump in wherever you're at. It's confirming more and more through research that we don't need 10 to 20 sets per week to be able to get a huge amount of muscle growth. As I said, majority is going to come from the first sort of 5 to 6 sets that you're going to be doing per week. So as always, guys, do those good things, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one. Did you know that you can achieve your dream physique without spending hours in the gym or completely changing your lifestyle? At RMH Coaching, we'll find the most efficient way to your dream physique. We offer a personalized coaching service that helps busy individuals get real results without sacrificing their career or their lifestyle. When you join RMH Coaching, you won't receive some random cookie cutter program. You'll receive an individualized training protocol alongside a nutritional strategy that is customized for you, your needs, and your unique lifestyle. As a client, you will receive access to the RMH Coaching app, where you'll be able to track all your workouts, gain access to our meal plans, and get direct contact with myself via the messaging service. Additionally, you'll gain access to our members-only educational content, which has hours of insights and tips to assist you along with your journey. Every fortnight, you receive a video check-in to review your progress alongside weekly adjustments to your program to make sure that we're getting the best possible results without wasting time. Whether it's refining your training or adjusting your nutrition, everything is geared towards making sure that we're maximizing your time and your effort. We work with busy individuals who are serious about changing their physique, whether it's putting on muscle, whether it's losing fat, or just having a more athletic physique. We know your time is valuable, so we focus on getting the best possible results without spending hours in the gym and completely changing your lifestyle. It doesn't matter whether you're an experienced lifter, a first timer, or someone with a home gym. If you're looking to make a change, join us at RMH Coaching by clicking the link in the description below, or you can scan the QR code where you can enjoy a 7-day free trial, and we look forward to seeing you on the inside.